You're live again.
Okay, so while we were offline for that split second, Stuart has actually dropped off the pace and is going back into the pits. He had an absolute terrible middle sector and obviously going to try and go for one last run. So, Nikita now in the 1:27.9s. Absolutely blistering pace by these drivers today. And I know for a fact I ain't going to be anywhere near.
Magic Milk has gone again. Not a good start for him.
Not a good start. I'm going to get him in. I want to see if he's having problems, as LGS says. He might not be able to spectate if this is the case.
Yeah, apparently it's a lot better now.
Thank you, Switchbone, for handy advice there by the maestro. So, I'm coming on board with Nikita. I think she's going back into the pits this lap. Oh, she's staying out. She's on a hot lap. It's not looking the cleanest laps, but going across the line now, she doesn't improve. So she's actually done an extra run on them tyres. And she hasn't improved for it.
I'm board with Bernie going through the attacking the Mercedes grandstand. Going left and right section. Down one tickets is still not helping. It's kept pretty well. We've got about 3/4 of the curve left. So we're making the Schumacher S's. Pits go pretty well, mixed the apex slightly. And the long right hand next to the apex. We're also using all of the curves into DRS now on the final straight. Into the final chicane, brakes out, 78 metres from the point, runs wide onto the grass. I think that's it, not what we hit with it.
Interestingly, XRL Fozzy, one of the championship contenders this season, has not done a representative time of what he can actually do. He's done a 1:31.2,
Yeah.
which is not at all on the pace. And he's going on the option tyres now. He's on an out lap at the minute. P11 he will be starting, so he'll be started last on the grid. This is not going well for his championship run at the minute. He's getting prepared. He sees people ahead of him on track. He wants a bit of clean air. Now gone for it, coming up to the final corner, still full bore curves for when he does cross that finish line. Now using it all the way down the straight, DRS activated as well, and he's now starting his lap. So people now coming out of the pit lane, starting their final run, not at all getting in the way. Great driving by them. Body takes turn one very well, gets the exit very clean as well, having to brake a little into turn two. Coming into three, great, oh he's gone very wide, he's missed the apex completely. Now going into four, he's taking that very nicely. Now coming into 5 and 6, done a very decent first sector, nothing good about it but nothing bad either. He's probably got a personal best. Now coming down to Dunlop hairpin. Does he take this very nicely, very close to the apex? He does. He locked up a little going into there, but on the exit he did get a lot more traction out there as well. Coming down to the Schumacher S's, taken very cleanly. Still got a little bit of curves remaining for that back straight.
It's difficult, I thought it's wide in front.
Not going to use his curves. I wonder if he's got a little bit of an issue now that his lap's coming towards the end. It surprised me because curve units do fail from time to time. Taking the chicane very nicely. Going up the hill, using the rest of his curves. Coming around the final corner, he does get the apex a little wider than normal. And he's gone in the gravel, his lap's ruined. He does improve to a 1:30.6, but his lap absolutely ruined by that gravel trap.
Living Dead's had it in the gravel, he's got 25, but Steve was going to start a lap, so he's just trying to find some distance between McLaren and front.
Okay, so the reason why Fozzie is struggling a little bit is because he's actually using a pad today. His pedals did break midweek under practice, and he's having to resort a pad, which he hasn't used for 2 years according to Bobbers. So, commiserations to Fozzie. Obviously, did get that final corner pretty badly messed up there, but I reckon he's got some decent race pace. He just needs to stay consistent.
Yeah, we've seen 2 helicopters. It's probably not interesting, but, you know, yep. Although with Steve, we did the series ground conception, it's pretty well used well. Well, not much of it there. Parts of that picked really well. Along with the right-handed down the road, Dunlop headwind. He uses a little bit more of his curve now. But one of the different McLaren could get a hold of it down at the moment. And he's done pretty well. They're using more curves, they've got about half left, which they'll presumably use on the back straight.
I mean, the McLaren in front of you is the Living Dead 69, also trying to improve his lap. He's clearly not comfortable with that 127.6, albeit it is the fastest time at the minute by some distance.
We've seen Stevenson real quick and he's actually catching the McLaren.
It takes that final chicane pretty nicely as well.
Just before I get through that chicane, I think runs a little bit wide though.
The Living Dead improved to a 27.3, improved by 3 tenths.
Stevenson comes up back does not improve. So I think 2-4 and 3-3 comes across line now. Using all the curves left. So stays 2-3.
So we've got the Living Dead and a Stevo on the front row. 2 new guys. We haven't seen them on the front row in GP2. Nikita in third, a very good performance by her. The third and only other driver to get in the 127s.
No,
but you got to think, the guys behind them 3 have got some problems if these 3 do get ahead. These 3 are on blistering form, and these 3 could easily get on the podium for the, and also battle for the race win.
Yeah. Interested to see if there's any rains tonight.
Well, we do have a dynamic race tonight. We did have rain in the F1 race yesterday, so it wouldn't put a little surprise out there if we did have rain. But you can remember back in Silverstone last week, we did have rain, and it did bring us a surprise, especially with XRL Stewart not even pitting for a second set of intermediate tyres, and ending up getting second place through it.
Yeah. On the stream, LGS was asking you about the classic week to pick your ball.
Oh, LGS classic straw. I will do the classic straw as soon as we get a little bit of a free moment.
Ooh.
I haven't even had time to do it yet. I only just got back home, to be fair. And we have 63% chance of rain in the race. Ouch for the drivers. They are not going to be wanting to see this, especially after last night's performance. And somebody's already readied up. We cannot even have a look. Well, we're going to have a quick look at the drivers. So I'm going to do a quick rundown with 20 seconds remaining. So we've got Living Dead on pole, Estevo in second place. Third, we've got Nikita. Fourth, the Awesome Panda. We have Ian Unstoppable in fifth place with XRL Bernie in sixth. XRL Stewart in P7 with Tom Chambers in P8. In the fifth row, we've got Alonso and Rusty in 9th and 10th with Fozzie in 11th place.
Did you say Stewart was in sixth?
7th. Stewart's in 7th. Bernie's in 6th.
Apparently Bernie's in 5th, but Stewart does not exist for me, apparently.
Well, that's because it's Boyd wins or something like that. He's changed his game tag.
Oh,
His game tag actually got hacked.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, luck of the draw for Stewart, unfortunately. Not the first person I've heard to be hacked, but not the last, I'm sure. We've got overcast clouds in the sky for this round 9 of the X-Fight Racing League here in GP2. Luckily, me and Connor don't have anyone behind us, so we are... Oh, sorry, we do. We've lost Connor! We have lost Connor already, and I'm going to have to get out of the way for Magic Milk.
Stupid fucking touchscreen. Xbox. Sorry for swearing. Invite me back, invite me back.
Whoa, going down to turn 1. We have the Living Dead already in the lead. We've got Nikita in P2 already, but there was an incident at turn 1. Nikita spun it at turn 2. Nikita has spun it, and there's a little bit of a pile up behind her. So we've got Rusty Nuts in last, and pausing out to P11. We have got a spinning Toro Rosso, and it's Alonso. Alonso, who started P4, is sliding all over the place, and he's now down to P12. Terrible start by the English driver.
Formula One, the greatest competition. Cars designed and engineered by the brightest minds, driven to the edge and beyond by the world's chosen few.
Problems.
So going up the hill from, we've got a slow Toro Rosso. I believe that's Nikita going up through the centre S. She is. She's in P10 and she's letting the Ferrari through, and this is not a good start from Nikita. So Nikita down into P11. We do have now got coverage the race, so it's been a pretty tremendous start. We've got a couple of people. Nikita has gone, and I wasn't surprised if that was down to connection because she did go slowly. Oh, she could have left as well. But anyway, Rusty Nuts up to P9 from P10. Magic Milk going from last up to P8 in that Red Bull.
He's doing very well then. Come on, load. There we go.
So we've got Tom Chambers up into 7th, and Bernie stayed P6 at the minute. Stevo down from 2nd place into 5th. Absolutely terrible start. So the only driver who did a good start was the pole sitter. We've got XRL Stewart in P4. We have also Ian Unstoppable in P3.
Yeah,
in P2 we have the Awesome Pando in the Lotus. But leading in the race is the Living Dead 69.
Which makes things are gradually improving. Move Ferrari at the inside of Toro Rosso. He's gone off there. We'll see what it is.
That'll be Tom Chambers on XRL Bernie.
Yep, Ryan still going at it through the Schumacher S. Magic Milk. He's impressive so far. He's made a mistake though, and got the Williams right behind him now.
So Rusty now challenging Magic Milk.
He's got most
Rusty on the front side, Magic Milk on the options. He's done the move down into turn 14, I believe that is, coming up to the chicane. Magic Milk doesn't get anywhere near, but the Ferrari in front does cut the corner. That is Tom Chambers, and Rusty Nuts has got a perfect run on him coming up to the final corner. And Rusty Nuts got the inside line. He can get him down to turn 1 if he gets the curves activated straight away. Doesn't keep the curves, but he's going to get the slipstream. Having a look down into turn 1. He's having a look. He's going for a lunge. He's going for it. He's done it, and Magic Milk is along there as well. But the move doesn't get through.
I don't know why it was being cut right. It's actually a shorter in turn 1. You can sort of take. You can start to where you saw Hamilton do it on Webber in 2011. So you didn't do that, and it takes a lot of dust into that one. The battle further up the field.
We've got a battle for 4th place with XRL Stewart, Estevo and XRL Bernie. So these three all battling for P4. P3 is slightly ahead, that's the Unstoppable, and then we've got the Awesome Panda in P2 with the Living Dead absolutely flying in the lead. And we've got the Mistake there by Stewart in P4. P4 is getting very close. We've got 2 abreast coming up into the left-hander before the right into the final sector. Bernie around the outside, doesn't get the move done, but he's going to go down the inside and just shut the door to just Stevo. So DRS activated for Bernie. Stevo's pulling away from him because he has DRS on Stewart as well. Stewart gets very clean out of that chicane and has pulled away, but Stevo's looking very ragged in these early stages, only 3 laps into this race, and he's already dropped down from P2 to P5. It's not been a good start by the GP3 driver. He's getting ever closer. He's going to have a look down turn 1, and Stevo's made a mistake.
That's probably put him into P8, I would imagine.
P6 has already gone through, P7 has already gone through, and he's gone into P8, as you say. Rusty's got to battle with him because Magic Milk has already gone ahead of him.
Unless based on silly game, might obviously have been practicing 50% fuel for all right. And put him in 100%, it might be testing, but I'm not sure.
Absolutely, but it's valuable race data for him and not for us. We get to sit and watch whilst they get to race and contend for these points. So guys on the stream, after seeing the first couple of laps, well, without the stream, and obviously seeing a couple of laps with the stream, who would you say is going to be winning this race? For me, it's going to be Living Dead.
At the moment, yeah, it's flying away from everyone. But you know, with this rain, we don't know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Rain is forecasted 63% chance here in Germany. More than likely it's going to be coming at about lap 20. So you've got about another 10, 15 laps before the rain comes, for me anyway. But these tyres are going to be starting to go within the next 2-3 laps because the options don't last at all long round here.
It's getting more viable advice and switch. I need to change my audio for next week. I need to have a delay of 2 seconds or whatever it is.
With about half a minute in the minute. But Bernie having a look at Stuart up into P5 due to that mistake by Stevo. Magic Milk has already caught up to Bernie. And Stuart just taking a little bit of the inside there of turn 2. And Bernie is just waiting for the mistake. Not pressuring himself, not pressuring Stuart unless Stuart does make a mistake. If Stuart does go a little wide, but Bernie just using his curves, trying to catch up, having a look into turn 6. I'll come up to turn 7 before we get the run down to the Dunlop hairpin. Very clean by both drivers, both running a little wide of the AstroTurf. Bernie braking earlier, trying to get the early run. Does, but he gets a little bit of dirty air and just get off the racing line. Stuart does pull ahead a little.
I'm happy to do that. I don't think I'm losing the bed, to be honest with you. It's like a gear left as well.
Absolutely, but obviously Bernie's been doing some practice. He knows where to use the curves. And Stuart does go wide at the straight. Why has he gone wide? Does he have a problem at all? Are his tyres starting to go already? It wouldn't surprise me.
Very slowly,
Does not go to the pit.
Really good for the wide line, trying to put back in better.
Should goes wide in the final corner.
Opportunity.
Oh, Bernie's just got shunted off by Stuart there.
Yeah, it's got to be a penalty.
That is terrible driving by XRL Stuart, even though it's not his actual gamer tag. That was terrible driving, and that will be investigated after the race, no doubt about that.
I feel sorry, but he's doing quite well now. He's down 3-9. He's still might get Tom Jones in the Ferrari from the turn 1. Yeah. Alonso is really far behind. I don't know why he is. Did he front or in front?
He had an incident where he started spinning and then he's got cycle glitch, I believe. So he and Bernie not having the best of starts for Toro Rosso. Currently Bernie in P9. I mean, practically Alonso's in P11 still.
Just checking the best between P1 and 2. I think it's not difference. And what were you saying, sorry?
Oh, I actually didn't say anything.
Even so, it's not that far away from Panda. Imagine look at the P4 from the track of the grid. With all the connection systems is doing really well.
Absolutely. Did lag out a couple of times in qualifying, so but it's good to see he's in the race. Obviously we have lost one driver. Nikita did lag out on lap 2.
65 on prime tyres, he's done good.
Absolutely. Fozzie up into P8. Not obviously he's driving on the pad. You can see he's struggling quite a bit, but he's getting the lap times in. A 1:35.9 is not a bad lap time. And XRL Stewart has actually dropped down to P7 now. So I don't know what's happened to Stewart. Maybe he's had a little bit of an incident, but he is down the field.
I'm going to say anxiety, but again,
No, but he doesn't look like he's got fresh tyres either.
Yeah.
And he's made a mistake that's cost him quite a bit of time. Nevertheless, in P6, we've got a Stevo. So the Stevo has actually pitted, I believe, some new option tyres. Rusty Nuts in P5 is doing an absolutely tremendous job for Williams. Williams is doing very well in this race. Obviously, in real life F1, they did tremendously well in qualifying, at least. Eddie Milk now in the Red Bull, currently in P4. Tremendous job since he didn't even get a qualifying time, but he's already challenging P3, which is Ian Unstoppable in the other Williams.
She was really struggling. Body on time, actually. His time was gone. So maybe the rain
I'd predict rain in probably about 12 laps time, and trust me, the option tyres, you'll probably need to pit for another set of option tyres if you're going to make it for that long.
Yeah.
Probably not do it, unless you're on the prime.
Yeah. Stuart ran wide and came on and gave the
So Stuart is struggling. We've got Magic Milk not struggling, nor is the other McLaren of the Living Dead. So you've got the two Williams, none of them are struggling. So it seems that the guys that were mid-pack, i.e. Alonso, Bernie and Stewart, they seem to be struggling with having incidents being involved as well. Estevo, again, even though he's qualified P3, so he was a front runner, he seems to be struggling on them tyres as well. I'm glad actually see he did pit. The only person to pit is Alonso. He got rid of the option tyres after qualifying in P9, and he's now on the prime tyres. That's why Alonso, absolutely, and if he works out in his favour, well done to him because he's got the call right. But he is nonetheless nearly a lap down of the Living Dead.
I believe, yeah, P3, P5 is really close.
Ian Unstoppable is in the pits. We've got another driver behind him as well. We have a Stevo and we have a McLaren in the pits as well.
That's
so we have
Stuart
in the pits.
Yeah.
Prime tyres going for a Stevo. Prime tyres I'd imagine going on the Williams. And we also got prime tyres for the for the McLaren as well.
Yeah.
Comes XRL Bernie. He also puts prime tyres on. And Tom Chambers for the Ferrari team also putting the prime tyres on. So these guys are all getting ready for the race.
There's a question of like people like Rusty who are already on the prime, how fast can they go without losing too much time?
Definitely. Alonso's now jumped Tom Chambers in the pits. He's now up to P10 and in the points. Tom Chambers just not getting the drive he wants. He's having a good run in qualifying, but in the race he seems to be slacking.
He's making much better than I think that's imagine though. I think it's P3 now, so he's struggling with the options now. I think he'll probably in the flat.
Living Dead does come in this lap. He is on the option tyres. He's gone to the prime.
He's looking to go around the outside. He's done it already. Get things much better. Just makes his cane. And he's in the podium position for very good driving from him so far. Magic Milk stays out probably for suggesting another lap or so. As P1 and 2 in the pit.
Magic Milk didn't get a qualifying lap, so he's got a couple of extra laps on them tyres compared to the guys that did do the qualifying session. They're now out on track, and he's only about 5 seconds behind the guys that have yet to pit. Also, we have a Ferrari of XRL Fozzy now jumping up to P4, and he is yet to pit as well, but he's on the prime tyres.
So I think John's Fozzy will pick up better pace and be winning this race.
Absolutely, but it depends how much practice he's done on the wet on that pad. If he hasn't done much wet practice, he is going to be struggling more than he is in the dry. So behind Fozzie, we do have the Awesome Panda, who's battling it out for the lead at the minute. He's probably about 2-3 seconds behind the leader. So even though he didn't get the best qualifying session, he did get P5, I believe. The Awesome Panda is doing a very good job in the race. Rusty currently leads the race. Good show from him. Started in P10 and now leads the race after having a very clean start and very clean opening few laps. He's got Magic Milk all over the back of him. Wouldn't surprise me if Magic Milk goes in the pits this lap, and he does. Magic Milk is in the pit, so everybody's going to be shifting up a place except for Fozzie and Rusty.
People about P5, yeah. Actually, maybe even P7. Yeah, P7. I've gone for the option tire. So you completely reversed everyone else's strategy.
Interested then by the Magic Milk. He's going to be trying to hope that the race comes within the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, again, he didn't qualify, so there are many track tires he wants to do. So, instead of being the crooked tires, like the last Madison tire. Let's see who else is left. We've got Stuart P.A. on the front. Behind Bernie, he's kind of becoming well. To get back up to first place, still behind.
Yeah, you got to remember though, Stuart did lose a lot of time with the last 5 laps of that stint. As I'm on board with being unstoppable, does take the corner pretty badly going down to the back straight. Wasn't the cleanest entry, but he does get away with it, and he is starting to catch the car in front, which is XRL Fozzie.
Still quite close for the one day late last week. Quite close to the yeah, there's kind of a big gap to Bernie and ninth. He looks like he's catching Stuart again. So the last Stuart is 35 already this far. 24 not even close. And rushing up to 30 and come back up to 7 just behind. I believe that would be Magic Milk. Yep, so we've lost time in the undercut. Everyone's been driving fairly well for us. There's been odd minor incidents in the first lap.
Absolutely, but battle Ian Unstoppable has now got ahead of XRL Fozzie up to P3. Fozzie's starting to lose a little bit of ground on his old tyres, but he's doing a very good and consistent job, unlike the other drivers in this race.
Yeah. He was really struggling and he put down in P5, catching Fozzie again. Oh, we've got a wing off the track!
Ian Unstoppable, he has lost his front wing.
I think he's lost an
He did what Mr. Ice Cold Andy did last year. Indeed, he has lost an end plate, not a wing, my bad. But he did what Mr. Ice Cold Andy did last year, and he just completely and utterly lost it in that corner. And it went surprise. He has to go in the pits. He's going to lose so much traction, if not. But he stays out. Good driving by him. If he can keep this place and get some time, as there is a battle ahead of him.
Yep.
He could do well out of this.
3 frames in turn 1, possibly.
It's Fozzie, Magic Milk, and a Stevo all backing it out, and Magic Milk goes down the inside of Fozzie. Fozzie gives the room. He knows he's not racing with these cars, and very kindly, Magic Milk takes the place.
I don't know if it was like on purpose, but I think Ian from then he looked at the Stevo hit him from right back to the track. I think the Stevo saw him, in my opinion. So I think Magic Milk will make this run up to Q2 soon as on the option time.
Okay, so there's still a 3-car battle behind Magic Milk at the minute, and that is with Fozzie, who probably let these guys go as well. But it's Ian Unstoppable who lost his front wing, and his teammate, Rusty. So Rusty, I think, has come into the pits because there's no reason why he'd be down in P7 when he was in the lead. Yep, so Rusty's done a second set of prime tyres. He's gone the similar sort of route as Magic Milk, but instead with the 2 slowest compounds first.
You know, something on the outside of the chicane. I think Russell is going to get a better drive out of the chicane again. Look how far Ian is away already from Fozzie. I'm expecting Russell to be
Rusty
down the straight
goes for the move on Fozzie.
Yep.
Gets moved on easily, but he's now got to catch up to his teammate again. And Magic Milk locks up going into turn 3. He's got a Steve all over in front of him on the prime tyres as well. The GP3 driver reserve is doing an absolutely fantastic job, seeing as he's had a bit of a struggling first sector and first stint as well. He's not had a perfect first sector, but he goes wide, and so does Magic Milk into the second sector, going down to the Dunlop hairpin. Magic Milk uses about 3/4 of his curves, locks up again. He's locking up an awful lot. I wonder if his tyres have started to go on this car. Goes wide. He did pit something like lap 10, so there's no reason why his tyres should be going at this point. But he seems to be trying to overwork the car and trying to force the move rather than trying to generate a 0 to a mistake.
Going here, I think the 2 Williams are hammering down behind. And they are. Russell is 6 wheels in the gravel just when he didn't need it. He's losing time into his teammate. That's going to cost him 2 points. He's still getting something with. He's nowhere near it anymore.
It doesn't look like Williams are currently racing with team orders. These guys are battling it out, and they're battling it out hard. But they're both on the prime tyres, and Rusty's yet to run the option tyres, so he's probably in the favoured position at the minute. But it does mean Ian Unstoppable really does have to pit. But Ian Unstoppable makes the mistake, lets his teammate through, and his teammate goes, "Thank you very much," closes the door into turn 5, going down to 6. Now going down into towards the Dunlop hairpin, there's already about a half-second gap, and he is gone.
Someone in the pit area that looks like probably someone like Tom Burney, maybe 2 I don't know. Magic Milk's got quite a bit behind Steve now. Even if he gets some stable mentality and maybe some fuel later on.
Absolutely, but it does seem that Magic Milk is struggling in these conditions at the minute. Not exactly the hottest day, but there is forecast for rain, and I wonder if he's thinking he has made the mistake of going on the options where really he should have gone on the prime. But guys who are watching the stream at the minute, we do have a little bit of a lag between the drivers. There's not really much going down, so I will do this. I have just done the classic draw as well. So guys, I will put it on the stream, not the stream, on the forums later on. But at LGS, you and the Piper will be driving the 92 Williams. The 96 Williams will be driven by Klaas and Draco Fire. The 99 Williams will be driven by me and Sniffy Lad 56. The 92 Ferrari will be driven by Mr. Ice Cold Andy and Mamet the Pet. The 96 Ferrari will be driven by Speed Demon and Shimu 444. So guys, I will put that on the forums later if you did catch that or didn't catch that. And obviously if you guys want any further details, or such as the tracks that you got next, do put it in the comments and I will try and get that out to you.
Just figured out.
But Magic Milk does look up into the Dunlop hairpin. Sorry to cut across you there. But he's struggling on these tyres. I know I've said it 3 times already, but he is. And bollocks, I've seen your message saying his tyres wouldn't have gone, but clearly his tyres have. And LGS, you've got to remember, that's 3 races you've got that car, so treat it with respect. As Magic Milk does have DRS, he does have half a bar of curves, he's not using it down the back straight, but Steve-O's pulling away on these prime tyres, he's got much more life in the tyres, and Magic Milk locks up, he does cut the corner, but he doesn't gain a terrific advantage. In fact, he probably lost time to a Steve-O, so that's pretty much A-OK in my book. And he does take the final corner very nicely compared to the chicane. Now goes across the line. He has lost DRS to a Steve-O now, so he did lose quite a bit of time.
I think I'm looking at watching the speed and you've gone on about the traffic speed. The judges have gone yes, they've got the call. Well,
I can hear every so often there's a little bit of echo with my voice. I think that's what Swish may be on about. I'm not sure.
no, it's like we're coming on the race and then 5 getting hit and happens. It's like we're predicting what's going to happen.
Okay. Basically,
so basically we say, oh, I don't know, Steve was locked up somewhere. It'll happen next time getting down on the street. And with them when we come in.
Okay, so you got to remember, me and Connor are sidekick, so we do know what's going to happen before you guys do see it on stream, okay? So, as you'll probably see at the minute on stream, that Magic Milk is currently going into towards the back straight. He is getting the dust off Steve-O's car, and he uses the rest of his curves down the back straight, not with DRS at the minute. That is something he does lack at the minute. Lap 17 at the minute. He's been on these tyres for about 7 laps, and we do have someone in the pits. I believe that could be the race leader. It is. The Living Dead has gone back on the option tyres. So, the prime tyres only lasted about 10 laps, which is about the same sort of time that Magic Milk got on the options. That could be make or break for Living Dead, as he does see the dust come from the Red Bull, and he's got to try and battle it out to get past him as well.
It sounds like the poison is holding rattling sound.
I first got that when the Unstoppable went into the barrier. I started getting that as well.
Yeah, watching Living Dead is just rattling sometimes.
I'm not getting on the Living Dead one, you know.
It's stopped now, it must be just
close, ever closer to the Red Bull. I reckon he's going to get the move down towards the chicane. Goes through the Schumacher S's, gets a very nice slipstream off the car in front. He's not going to go for the early move, but he does force Magic Milk into a mistake, and Magic Milk does well to keep the position there, and with half a bar of curve, DRS activated, it should be an easy move for the Living Dead. He goes down the inside, he's going to have the outside advantage, but the inside for the second part of the chicane, and he's got the move done.
Yeah.
Great driving there by the Living Dead.
Especially tyres and stuff, probably giving them massive advantage there.
And Magic Milk goes into the pits.
Then just to see what he does.
He's got to go on options. If the race going to be coming, he's got to go on options.
Options it is.
He does go on options.
Gonna move to P6, I would imagine.
P5 has already gone ahead. There is a couple of cars battling, which would be the Living Dead, and it would be Estevo. And Estevo's lost out round turn 3, and up into second goes the race leader of the past 19 laps.
I missed that, that sounded really cool as well.
The Living Dead on the fresher tyres, he's chasing down the awesome Panda. Panda is going reasonably slow compared to the Living Dead, albeit the fresher tyre is going to be helping him. But Estevo seems to be catching him up as well.
Yeah, I mean, Estevo's starting to find his feet.
But he's going to be getting into the zone of 50% fuel, which I know he can be deadly at, as you do as well.
Yeah.
And he's going to be even more deadly tomorrow with this extra 100% under his belt. So the Awesome Panda struggling through that chicane. Does he go into the pits? He does not. He stays out on track for another lap. The clouds seem to be getting brighter but darker at the same time. Half of the track is dark, half of the track is light. It's going to be difficult to see when the rain's coming. In fact, I think it's brightening up.
Yeah, look, it's sort of like really hazy clouds.
We'll just try not to see if we see any fog or anything like that. As Lillinger goes wide at turn 1.
He's not making a strong but he might stop it down to the comments on the pit. Yeah, he's not much running, especially on the Bernie is right on the back of Stewart now. It's observed to see what happens first time.
It's got the gap down to about 2.5 seconds now between himself and the Awesome Panda. He's visible going up towards the Schumacher S's.
Robert had it interestingly for some reason whenever I turn angle to come down, my car was in the range line.
Oh, I had that trouble with another car. I can't think what car it was. It could have been a McLaren.
Yeah, I would imagine it would have been
Yeah, the McLaren back wing, especially in sunny conditions, are absolutely terrible. As now I see it, it's starting to get darker again. As the Awesome Panda now comes into the pit, could this be 5 laps too early if we're going to start to get rain in the next few laps? He's got to go on the option tyres, surely.
I'm not probably about them.
So he's now in his pit box. He puts on the option tyres. He is now free from his pit box. I see him in the person he does power him.
Still makes a mistake in the chicane, but really defensive. That might have been more than one move if I'm honest. He's been looking at better left and now I'm sure he's going to pass him again in turn 1. And hopefully do not come together again. Bringing the section goes on the outside. Snag cuts across again. I don't know why I'm calling him Snag, that's his really old name. Turning around the outside of turn 1 does it as well. And turn 2 in the inside.
Not Schumacher, Stewart is going back down on the inside, but Stewart did take out the bollard at turn 1, which is why Bernie got past him. But again, Stewart's just struggling on these tyres. Unfortunately, he is holding up Bernie as well. Oh, Suresh, it's nice to see that you're supporting me in my great experience. I hope I did get across what I was trying to say. It is like one lap brightening up and then the second lap is darkening down again. That is what I'm trying to say, Bobbers. But yeah, I am very inexperienced, but I'm trying my best. And obviously, Swish, I'll be happy to commentate with you once again. So I can just sit there, scribble my notes down, say every other word, and Connor can just put lovely words on the stream to annoy me. And Stewart does go wide, he cuts the chicane, and Bernie's got to get past, otherwise Stewart would gain an advantage. Stewart does allow Bernie to get past, and I'm sure Bernie will get the DRS.
Well, that's what we're taking the DRS, and there's some questions after.
And it's actually Stewart that's got DRS, but he's opted not to use it because he would have gained an unfair advantage through it. So he locks up down into turn 1. The bollard there from Stewart knocking it down last lap does cause Bernie a little bit of a bother, but Stewart stays behind at this time.
Bobby said it's not good enough. And he's been replaced with Lewis now.
I've been replaced? What have I been replaced by? So Stewart does go a little bit wide into turn 6. Bernie does pull away from him now, but there's still a battle now for P4. fact, it's actually for 3-5. It's between Rusty Nuts and Estevo. Estevo is now on the prime tyres. Could he have been the one to make a mistake, or could he be the one to go that extra distance until the rain comes? As Estevo does get the fresh tyres and gets past, in fact, he's in unstoppable.
Yeah.
And he does it with ease.
He must have bit him in the margin. He was still haven't pitted yet.
I feel terrible at this time. As we do have someone else in the pits, I feel ashamed that Bobbers has replaced me. Why Bobbers switch? Why?
It's pretty quiet like that. What are you saying in the pits? You know?
Yeah, it wasn't. I think it was
Unless, you know,
because I did get on board with it, and then I lost board with it. So, and it was actually Rusty.
Someone else in the pits towards the end of the pack. But really not cold actually. It's pretty quiet now on the track now.
Tell you what, Swish's misses high and do eats Bobbers' spleen. He has replaced me, and that is unfair. The Awesome Panda on the option tyres is currently in P2 at the minute. Fastest lap is a 1:32.7. He's about 15 seconds behind the race leader, Living Dead. In fact, it's probably more than that, seeing if he did pit, which is about 21 seconds here. As you know, also in P3, he's done a tremendous job coming from P13 to get to where he is.
Oh, as I look at the live timing, there is rain, yeah.
There is rain in the final sector at least, going down to the main straight as well. It's starting to rain, so whoever's... I think that's Rusty who's just pitted like 2 laps ago, and he probably has just done one of the mistakes that he could probably ill afford to do. If you do have someone go wide at turn 1, that would be Williams, I'd imagine.
The Living Dead's got a pretty big enough gap to play around the 25 times the left on that.
Absolutely, but you've got to remember, he's got probably a 20-second gap now due to the pit stop, and he can wait for the others to pit and come in and still have plenty of time over.
You know, it looks like it could be wet in like 3 or 4 laps. Just looking at the radar, I'd rather take a long jump to get a lap to make the change. He's got pretty decent pace. He's not the slowest car on track.
He's not the slowest car, but that first lap incident, which did put him at the back of the field, along with him pitting as well, has not done him any favours whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, Alonso currently going around he's currently going around turns 3 and 4, and Living Dead going around turn 2. So it's very close to him being lapped. But Alonso's struggling now. He's starting to aquaplane off the track.
Williams team battles going on in the last corner. Looking for his brand new option tyres and scoring a touch on the trail.
XRL Stewart is struggling even further in his McLaren. He's currently in P10. P10. Tom Chambers has passed XRL Stewart, one of the championship leaders. Obviously you've got Taco, who's unfortunately not here tonight due to connection issues. And Fozzie... America. Fozzie is currently doing the best of them 3 in P8. Everybody else is taking huge advantage of these 3 having a very poor race. Well, except for Taco, who's not here because of America. Bernie in P7, he's on the prime tyres. He's got Tom Chambers behind him. Sorry, he's got Fozzie behind him and Tom Chambers in 9th. Still without that end plate, he's doing a very good job to keep it in P6.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but you start to see a little bit of a mess over the other side of the track now. it's probably starting to indicate that in the next couple of laps you're going to start seeing people pit for intermediates. It's far too dry at the minute to even consider it now.
I'm just watching Alonso who's really trying. Maybe he's like on one time he's trying to stay out.
Well, Swish has just put a very, very nice comment about Taco. And Estevo is actually trying to look at turn 1 on Magic Milk. Magic Milk gives him plenty of room, but traction all the way with Magic Milk, who does get the better exit. Does go a little wider than Estevo, but keeps the place, and the option tyres seem to be doing a good job for him at the minute.
Yeah, like 120 with Jensen and Hamilton. Both on opposite tyres, both working kind of different ways, but helping them both.
Absolutely, but the only thing it's not helping him to do, and that's close the gap to P2, especially with Magic Milk struggling now into that middle sector. Estevo looks to have a go into Dunlop Hairpin. Magic Milk locked up, but keeps the place.
It's starting to become a little bit spray up the tyres now.
Probably a slight spray in probably 2 laps time. Definitely see people coming in. Unless you're going to be risky and bold and do it now, like Stewart was with keeping his tyres last week.
Yeah, I don't know how he managed to do that. Did he win the race?
No, he didn't. He actually come second. As Estevo looks to make the move on the outside of the chicane, Magic Milk gives him plenty of room, and that is job done for Estevo. He's now got to defend the place because his rival will have the DRS right back down towards turn 1. But Estevo very confident in that final sector and pulls away, probably just enough to defend the place. And obviously he's got the curves if he needs to defend even further. Goes down towards turn 1. Magic Milk does break a lot later, gets the place closer together, but Estevo has completed the move well enough to pull away and start attacking for P2. Awesome Panda's not going to let this happen. He's a rookie teammate for him, and he stays out on the option tyres. And the spray is definitely hard enough in the middle part of the track for intermediate tyres, and probably if drivers are brave enough, they might even go straight for full wet.
Yeah.
I can see some sort of puddles on the track. It's not standing water as of yet, but it's starting to get damp in certain areas.
Yeah, and Bobby didn't get like run wide and finding my hand in the Schumacher effort. He's going to have to slight indication to calm down a bit. It's getting wet. Is he going to blink you? Yeah, he blinked. He's the first man, I would imagine, go for intermediate. He sort of hesitated to make it before he went in.
So, the race leader, the first person to blink, has he got this right? I'd imagine he has, seeing as we have Alonso into the pits as well. And also, Awesome Panda comes in. Is Estevo going to be forced out of the way in getting that? He's going to have to stay out of track. Awesome Panda's in, and Estevo's having to stay out. And Magic Milk stays out as well. He doesn't need to, but he feels the conditions are just comfortable enough in the dry.
Yeah. Way more into it than normal. Looking at the dead moves quite tight for the running.
And we've got Alonso just allowing the place to go past as Rossi gets on the marbles and goes slightly wide, but he's up to P4. Even though Living Dead is on the tyres, he is still ahead of the next guy who yet to pit. So from blunders with his teammate last race, where his teammate and him battling it out left, right and centre, he is just showing that he is the #1 driver in this. And Stewart would have no comments about that. We're still not even at 50% of this race yet, but it's a very dominating performance by the Living Dead, as he does not make the mistake that Mr. Ashford he did last week. Not last week, last year even.
Watching the game, he's doing pretty well. I think in time he's Living Dead right away again. They're going to lose so much time now.
Yeah, but Estevo couldn't do anything about it. His teammate got the first dibs.
I think
Strange to see Magic Milk stay out. as Acevo now does go in the pits for intermediate tyres,
Yeah.
and so does Magic Milk. So Magic Milk is just covering off Acevo when really he should have gone for the undercut.
Yeah, he could have been away by now. But, you know. I don't know who else is still on drive.
Well, Rusty is
cars
now
in the
coming in the
pit.
pits as well. Pound an hour. P3 after all the pit stops. So we still have a driver, and that's Alonso in fact. So Alonso is in P11, but he's about to be lapped by the Awesome Panda who's now in P2. P3, we do have a Stevo, and he does go wide actually at turn 1, as does Magic Milk slightly.
I believe that's just the Williams as well. She was
the man that was the Meister of rain at Silverstone has left it late to go to the tyres here in Germany.
Obviously arguing with you again, saying that Stewart obviously had the championship in the second league, number 1 driver.
Lazy number 1 driver in this race. I believe the answer is no. I believe he's the number 10 driver in this race. I actually do have a message now from Psychic Taco. Actually a voice message. So, hold on, I'll leave you to talk to everyone for 5 minutes.
Alright, well not 5 minutes, I'll be 40 seconds. Christian, now you find out about it. Anyway. He'll start the slide from now. Well, okay, but now that's a position. Oh, no, it is. I mean, the guys in the show that imagine probably watch the option of the that's a thought on that. You know, do you think Williams didn't have assuming that's their own strategy? They kind of did quite badly, I think, for one point, a lot of people should have converted and they didn't.
The living dead is now gone up through towards the Schumacher S's. He's got a very comfortable lead over second place, and he's now going towards the final sector. He's got half a bar of curves on him. Now using the rest of that curve, he's got the fastest lap of the minute of a 1:31.7, so he's very much the race leader with the fastest pace at the minute.
F1, not the road course.
Bottom line does a 34, so he's only 3 seconds off his dry times, which is pretty impressive in the wet conditions.
think Magic Milk and Steve will finish even pace at the moment. Watching Magic Milk around. Just one past half position, everything is short and spread out at the minute. Giving David comfortable run at the moment. Giving well for GP3 and P3, but is not far ahead of Magic Milk. Is this the first race?
It is indeed his debut race.
So he's done well in fourth, top of the pack.
And obviously on fresh tyres with Estevo, he's going to be battling with him to try and regain that podium position. Second, third and fourth, very close together. That's actually Alonso got second. Second is just a little bit ahead of Alonso, so it is pretty close between the top, well, from second to fourth anyway. Alonso now is going to get the blue flags anytime soon. He realises that he now lets Estevo go. He's going to allow Magic Milk to go as well. Good driving there by the back mark.
Guys, if you look into the race of fun, I know my script has been 100% perfect, but have you enjoyed it so far?
If you see anyone driving that you think is doing very well, or if you think the driver is probably one of your drivers of the day, do let us know as well and we'll get that out there.
Imagine when you get this fairly close to Steve up there. Let's see what happens. I'm going to put this right up towards the end of the race as well. Because obviously last night F1 really pretty much lap 22 all the way through.
But at this time I wouldn't see it driving up at the moment. I'd say probably from about lap 50. If it was to dry up, it would be drying up by then. So, as Ian Unstoppable goes across the line in P6, Bernie's behind him in P7, Tom Chambers and Fozzie in P8 and 9, doing very average jobs in the Ferrari. But obviously Fozzie with his problems with his pedals is understandable. Tom Chambers started P8, he's containing that position on the minute. So, on the stream, we do have Bob that said Magic Milk has impressed him so far and thinks he'll get second at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Well, he's currently running in P4. There's no reason why he can't get P2. He will have to pass both of the Lotuses, of course, but obviously it is a very respectable yeah.
Yeah, watching last night definitely didn't last that long either, so we'll have to see what happens with strategy.
Absolutely. Also, LGS puts out there track lists and everything else for the Grid Autosport League, which he was running will be revealed on Wednesday. So keep an eye on the forums for that, and also if he sends a message to you, keep an eye on them.
Also, LGS, even though I said I wouldn't do British Touring Car Championship, if you need more drivers, I would do it.
But LGS getting more drivers already. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got enough money to buy the game, so don't put my name on that list just yet.
I do have enough money, but I'll probably be forced to spend it on crap I don't need.
So we're on lap 35 of 60. We are 5 laps over 50%, so we are very much into this race. Only one retirement still, and that was Nikita on lap 1. Other than that, it's been a pretty decent race. We've had a couple of incidents, but other than that, it's been very good, clean driving and a lot of overtaking, which is good to see.
I'm on the list.
Guys, obviously, if you do want to get involved with the Grid Autosport League, do contact LGS.
I think I've seen about 7, 8 drivers contacting us. That's on the forum alone. I have also like back to this race, have a kind of respect for Alonso for staying here and moving in the point position.
Absolutely, I think Alonso's just going to wait to play games, see if anyone disconnects. But obviously P11, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's going to be expecting more from that. He did well to get, I think it was P6 or P5 yesterday in that German Grand Prix for the F1 division. So P11 tonight is going to be below par for his performance. Sad to see, but obviously he's had a couple of good runs. But obviously he did retire last week in Silverstone due to Alonso's rule, aka and Canada. He made his debut, and he has a very good pace there. So it's swings and roundabouts for Alonso.
Interesting, if Steve-O has just set a fast lap time in Magic Monster, Magic will just close him down.
I'm going to go to the back of the field, see what's thrown down.
Right.
Alonso's actually battling with Williams, but I think the Williams has just lapped him.
Yeah, I thought it was a battle, like, ooh, battle, but just
Only about 5 seconds of his teammate. It's only about 7 seconds behind him. So these three are going to be having a good old battle towards the end of the stint. He's doing a reasonable job having that into the first few laps. Getting up to P7, and he's consistently been round that pace. Down into the final sector, at about 160 miles per hour down that back straight, before coming up to this tricky chicane. A lot of drivers have been struggling here tonight. Obviously in the rainy conditions, they are going to be struggling even more. Bernie does cut that chicane, but does lose time for it. P6, about another 8 seconds between Bernie and P6. That's unstoppable. He did have to change the front wing during the pit stop. He did smash out just before the final sector losing an end plate. So unlucky for him, but he's doing a reasonable job there. He did get a reasonable good qualifying position as well. Currently being beaten by his teammate who is currently in P5 and who is the one that did actually lap Alonso there. Still battling it out for P3 at the minute. Steve-O's just about a second and a half ahead.
I think that's given me a mistake against that point.
But the Awesome Paladin is not pulling away from the two guys behind him. That I reckon he's probably being caught. So again, at the end of the stint, it's going to be interesting to see what the Lotuses have done. And Awesome Panda's actually gone wide at turn 1 and has made the mistake. So the other two behind have got about 5-6 seconds over him this lap already. Will Stevo pay dividends for overtaking his teammate to try and get them constructor points for Lotus? Or will he play the championship game and let his teammate get the maximum points he could possibly get? Stevo's actually replacing Slime Zone, who is currently away doing some work, and he's going to hope to try and get towards the end of the season. He's going to try and get that seat back. Magic Milk staying behind. He's probably lost about a couple of attempts this lap already, but nothing compared to what the Awesome Panda has lost. While they're battling on ahead, we've still got the Living Dead miles ahead of these guys, going across the start-finish line now on to lap 39, while these guys are still in, well, they've just come into the final sector now. And the Awesome Panda's actually gone wide again, so he's struggling for just grip. Is he going to be pitted now to try and get some fresh tyres?
Nope.
No, he doesn't, but it's going to be interesting to see how long he takes his teammates past. It goes into the bollard at turn 1. It does get collected by Magic Milk behind him.
It depends on obviously what the highway. Probably I'd like to see Magic Milk through the undercut and kind of show that he's got some sort of advantage around him and stuff. But to me, this is just drive around. It's getting faster, obviously. Not so much aware of what's happening around him.
He's got to play the team game at the minute. He did get thrown out on the pit stops last time, where they did come onto the intermediate tyres, and Pandas did get that position over Stevo. It's going to be a similar sort of thing now, unless the Stevo gets past where he gets the first stop.
I believe
Gap is probably
Living Dead's in the pit, doesn't seem to be enough.
No, that is the Living Dead on fresh intermediate tyres, and he also does the same thing. Magic Milk does go into the pit. So Stevo, having to play a team game, has to stay out one more lap. Both Renault Cloud cars, and the Lotus gets away quicker.
Possible overtake from Russia, I believe, if I'm going to down pitch right now. Yep.
Indeed he does, he gets past Magic Milk.
And the quick Magic Milk looking simply quite soon. He's overtaking past Jesus left hander, and that's a pretty easy overtake for the first time.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Rusty does go in this lap.
Yeah.
He's got his teammate behind him, P6. So these two are going to have to play the game as well. But they're effectively one pit stop, well, a pit stop behind the guys that they just got past them. And Andy Coybean does sign in for the night. Hello Andy, obviously another GP3 driver, and he says what a fantastic stream. Well, we do like to bring some of the best coverage here in XRL. We are 2/3 of the way into this German Grand Prix, which we will be racing tomorrow. So get Sharky RM10 will be streaming GP3 live tomorrow at 8 PM, and Swishbone will be doing F4 with XRL Bobbers on channel 1, I possibly believe. He's doing that. That'll be for Germany as well at 8 PM.
Keep the buttons wide, and that's thank you very much, and Magic Milk on P3.
Right, Magic Milk up to P3. Bobbers, your second place for Magic Milk could be still on here. You've got only the Awesome Panda ahead of him, but they're on the same sort of strategy as each other. Seems to be pulling ahead of Magic Milk in a minute. Magic Milk does not have the pace on these intermediate tyres compared to the two loads. As the Stevo tries to have a look down towards the end of the chicane, doesn't have the chance there. And Magic Milk does clip the bollard, not the bollard, but he clips the curb very harshly on that car, and does gain some time over the Stevo. A half bar curve, used it on this final straight. Now on to lap 42 for the drivers. Okay, I'd hate to see what Bobbers would do at turn 1 at Canada if he's always right. Magic Milk. It's a difficult one to predict, this one. Every so often it seems that one driver is gaining about half a second and then lose it the lap after. And it's in that predicament again when I was saying that the clouds are getting lighter and darker. But the pace is there. Magic Milk is pulled ahead of Estevo for quite some distance now, and it's starting the charge on Awesome Panda, and Awesome Panda seems to be getting reeled in at the minute and can't do nothing about it. LGS has commented that Neymar scored his 4th goal at the World Cup, but nobody cares about that. They're all interested in this battle for second place.
Yeah.
Now getting up involved with traffic is about 5 seconds away from traffic after he's just lapped yet another car. Just puts a question on the stream, not everyone related, but I'll read it out. Will Neymar get the golden boot? The answer is no. Panda still trying to maintain this advantage over Magic Milk, but he's getting reeled in, and Estevo again has called up to the back of the Red Bull driver, and these three are just swapping sector times really. One's getting an advantage in the first, and then the second one's getting an advantage in the second, and then the final driver's getting an advantage in the third. Bernie has gained a position out of these pit stops, so it's been very good driving there by Bernie. Bobbers, I'll say, if you're always right, how are you going to cope with turn 1 at Canada? Canada turn 1 is a left-hand corner. Bob's game is currently in P7.
He's going to run on Magic Milk. Get his house again. Goes to the inside.
Interestingly, Ian Unstoppable is now down in P10. One of Ian Unstoppable's had another incident where he's lost his front wing.
Magic Milk doing too much doing. defending by attacking, he's done that late on the breaking chicane, and got no time on the chicane season.
Seems to be pulling ahead again of Magic Milk. Magic Milk has got the troubles of his teammate trying to hold him up, pressure him into making mistakes. He's doing business at the minute.
Seems to be battle really far down the floor trying to get her. Unless it's just someone getting lapped. Oh, Alonso's off the track for a reason.
Fozzie battling it out, but they have got the leader about to lap them, so they've got to be careful they don't get blue flag. Stuart does go wide at the exit of turn 2, and Fozzie does see him coming. But the Living Dead is his teammate. Stuart will get out of the way very comfortably indeed, and Living Dead goes past. Stuart's still battling, no, he's just realised his teammate's gone past, and Stuart's just trying to get onto the slipstream of his teammate and try and pull him away from Fozzie.
Yeah, Fozzie lost a lot of momentum. LGS on the street, I'm going to be happy.
Well, for all you guys that want to know what Connor wants to do, LGS has put on the stream something new about Grid Autosport League. You can race both in BTCC, which is British Car Championship, if you didn't know that, and Formula 3 leagues if you want to. So obviously, if you want to race in them, you did say earlier in the stream, do contact XRL LGS 469. Or if not, go to him on the forums, get a message to him so you know. As I do have a Living Dead, just get a little bit of a lag spike there.
I believe the Williams have eaten troubles back there past the air. It's a big mistake from Stuart. Has cost him 2 positions down the big camera with 1 point.
This is 1 point more than Tucker will be getting in this race. As long as he stays in the points, he'll be getting a good job. Struggling on these intermediate conditions, especially on the pad. Goes wide and unstoppable, takes the position back and is now up to P8. Struggling as well on these intermediate pads. Fozzie looking to make the pass back down towards Dunlop hairpin, sees it's not going to happen and allows him to take the call. Alright, LGS has sent you a message there.
How can I stream it if I'm racing now? We've got 2 different heats in it.
Tom Chambers up 1 position from his qualifying place. We are now 3/4 into the race. We've only got 14 laps remaining. And we do have a slow driver off turn 1. That it will be, I believe it's the Living Dead actually. As XRL Bernie in P6 is about to be lapped. He's probably about 5 seconds away from that, so he has got time to spare. Goes a little wide at turn 5, goes in at turn 6 very nicely. Goes a little wider than expected at turn 6. So he gets away with it. However, there's about a 20-second gap between him and Rusty Nuts. Rusty Nuts currently P5, doing an absolute tremendous job from P10 to get these points. Well deserved for the team, and obviously it's as well as well. And he does have a little bit of a moment there at the final chicane, but lost about probably a second out of it. He's that far ahead, he can afford to do these mistakes.
Magic Milk is getting closer to Awesome Panda. Probably tired last week.
Steve-O is as well.
Yeah.
So these three are battling it out still. And they've only got 13 laps to do it, but this is enough time to get them moving done. Sector 2 seems to be the strong point for the Awesome Panda. Magic Milk goes a little wide into Dunlop hairpin, but gets the exit perfect. Goes up the hill. Steve-O's falling behind a little. Goes through the Schumacher S's. Takes that absolutely beautifully, clipping the apex. Coming up to the left-hander. Again, clipping the apex, very nicely done. Don't want to take too much curb, otherwise they will spin you. Using the rest of his curves. Going down the hill up towards the chicane.
Someone's had a moment in turn 1, I can't see it, I can see on the radar. I don't know what's happening.
What's that?
Someone had a moment in turn 1 when I was looking at their little mini-map in the corner. Someone was stationary, I don't know who it is. I believe Living Dead is in the pit, or is it nothing with the keep ahead? That's going to be a lap stop.
That guy having a moment will be Alonso. He seems to be struggling. He's just been lapped by a Ferrari or some changes.
And then LGF, yeah, I can't see CT if you want to see.
So the Living Dead now at the Dunlop hairpin. He's got 12 laps remaining before he takes this win. That is, of course, if he does finish across the line first. He's got a huge lead at the minute. He doesn't want people, especially traffic, to get in the way of this. He's got XRL Bernie catching just in front of him. In fact, that's actually a Ferrari in front of him. So what's happened to Bernie?
There's a him at the moment. I'm trying to see where he is on track. He's still 6. Actually, I'll just show everyone the road to what happened.
But Bernie's actually gained quite a big advantage over the Living Dead. He was very close to being lapped. It's actually Tom Chambers now under pressure from the race leader.
It's also had a couple of corner, so Magic was even right, so we might have been excited.
Alonso goes very deep into turn 1 again. He's not enjoying these conditions at all.
Brady's still trying to go by himself still. Tom Chambers right at the last. All the way Magic.
Demo's dropped off the back of the Red Bull driver of Magic Milk, and the Awesome Panda is about a second between these two, if not less than a second. These two are battling it out hard now. So you better be watching this, because this is the battle you want to see. You want to see Magic Milk get second, and these two are going to give you a scrap until the death. By the death, I mean the checkered flag. Yeah, obviously, it's still raining out there. It doesn't look like it's going to clear up anytime soon, so it's more likely going to stay on the intermediate for the rest of the race. Magic Milk does get a little bit of a lag spike through Dunlop hairpin as we go towards Schumacher S's. He's gone wide, and it's again a little bit of a lag spike. Has lost a little bit of time to the Awesome Panda, but he used the rest of his curve to catch up. There seems to be a driver going very slowly down towards turn 1. And Magic Milk does... Oh, and it's lag again. As the Awesome Panda now comes into the pit again, I'm presuming for his final stop. It looks like there's some water on the track, so this will be interesting to see if the Awesome Panda goes on wet tyres.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun winning the last corner, probably in the last one. It both goes within the pits.
No, I've only got the one notice. And it is wet tyres, in fact.
Wet tyres for Panda.
And Steve-O is actually in the pits.
Panda really well. Have full wet to Steve-O as well.
Both Lotuses in for wet tyres. Could this be a decision position that gets them second and third, or will Magic Milk leapfrog them?
Living dead on wet.
So, Magic Milk, current P2, the only one on the top four not to go in for wet tyres, has got Alonso in front of him. Alonso is on prime tyres, not prime tyres, he is on wet tyres.
Stewart on wet, for wet.
So this is part of the race where we are actually in full wet. As I say, we will probably finish on intermediate tyres. Commentator's word goes against him again, as Magic Milk does make a little bit of a mistake going towards the final sector, as he now goes on that back streak. He's got no curves remaining because he's had to use it where he's lost time.
No, Steve has lost so much time from that pit stop. I would imagine that's cost him dear.
I'd imagine he probably spun it going up, that's why he got the gap towards his teammate.
Yeah, he spun it, well, I must have spun it because his hands are pretty good even now.
Magic Milk now does go into the pit, and he's got Alonso behind, so Alonso's having to come in again.
That's interesting.
Full wet tyres. He doesn't get blocked by the Toro Rosso, so he does get a clean getaway. So it's interesting to see where he comes out compared to two Lotuses. And Wilson Panda now comes down the home straight, and Panda's passed easily.
Now you have to get P2.
Evo a little bit further behind, about 5-6 seconds now to Red Bull P4, a very comfortable P4 at that. Lovely nuts, also on wet tyres now, going around turn 1, so he's about 10 seconds behind face rivals. He's also 3 driver reserves, bear that in mind. Bernie P6 now, doing a very good job on these wet tyres. Currently one of the most impressive comebacks I've seen in a very long time.
I do have the footage of this. What would you make of it?
I mean, it's a very tough one to call. I mean, I think the best thing to do is obviously revert back to the have a look at the stream, see what you can do with it, and then go from there. But at the end of the day, we can only put down what we see, and obviously Taki Taco, the head should, he's going to have to make the decision and make the following what we see.
I think when the red is away, I have a chat with him.
Absolutely, I know Taco's already sent me messages, so I know he's watching an alert, so hello Taco. Obviously, it's a shame that you can't be here racing with us tonight. You're saying how much you love onesies and love being a DTM driver here in Germany. So Rusty, coming P5, going around the final corner now, got 9 laps remaining, stellar job.
Imagine making some changes, yeah, to the back of the Panda.
Probably in the next 2 laps then we will be seeing these two battling it out. No doubt we'll probably see the moves going down towards that final chicane. We see both drivers running wide at Dunlop hairpin.
Oh no, but Panda spun it! Oh, who's going to get back on track with it to probably get the position?
But Steve-O's caught up hugely.
Oh,
Magic Milk lost connection!
Oh no!
So, Bobbert, unfortunately, your wish is not your command. We have lost Magic Milk. Both Red Bull drivers have retired from the race. It's terrible. I'm going to get him in now to see what he has to say himself. He's pointed.
You shouldn't rage quit.
I don't think he rage quit. I think he lagged.
Took his time a bit crazy. 11 John so far. That's moving Stevo from GP3 back up to P3. The low is 2-3.
So, Magic Milk, we did see you leave the session due to loss of connection.
Yeah.
You better be bitterly disappointed. 8 laps remaining until the end of the race, battling for second. I mean,
It kind of sucks, to be honest. Fucking, what was it, lap 52?
Yeah,
53, fuck's sake, 7 fucking more. That's just a joke. Oh, that's alright.
but yeah, obviously, you were battling for second. Do you feel that you were going to get P2? Because the same
Yeah,
thing when you lagged out, he spun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was real or like that was lag, but it looked like on my thing he kept going wide, but I don't know if that one was real, but I just took second and then brake and fell up half the corner. And lagged out, which is terrible.
Obviously, this is your first race, so what do you make of the start racing league? Did you enjoy it? Were you battling yourself out?
I only had one problem with someone in the McLaren, but apart from that, no, it's all good. All clean races.
I
think that's just the racing.
Surprised we did with Jim qualify, you were connecting and disconnecting. I didn't think you were going to last for long, and then here you are starting to P2, so you took me by surprise.
No, I joined and then tried to back out and go and time trial and put a setup on, so it would put me a setup on because it was part firmware, but didn't, and joined back, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Hungary next. Do you feel confident for that race?
Yeah, I did it in stop drop yesterday, came second, so should be a good track.
Well, we wish you the best of luck for Hungary, and obviously bitterly disappointed for your race tonight.
I would like to finish my first race, but it will take time.
I mean, we've got XRL Bobbert on the stream at the minute saying good effort to you. He was actually counting on you to get second place, so he's absolutely disappointed.
Oh no, me too, to be honest. I've worked my way from the back of the grid.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Alright guys, well, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the race.
Next week.
Who's in second now?
P2 at the minute is Awesome Panda.
No, he's back into second. Well, good luck to them. Take it easy guys. Good racing.
Yeah.
Adios.
He's very disappointed, but at least he did come and speak to us. That's good sportsmanship there.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone from P downwards. One is Evo from Mount Challenge and teammate is dying off. That's Rusty in the P4 now.
The closest battle. Rusty is indeed up to P4 and Bernie up to P5 as well, so everyone does move off the place.
That means Alonso has kind of big up for him. He's got a point out.
He has got a point out on this. I mean, it's going to be consolation no more for Alonso, but he does get points on this race if he stays in. He up to P8, struggling on these times at the minute. And we have Stuart off the track, and he still has a front wing, but he did go off the track and he's now back down to P9.
Watching Stephen back from Holden, Stephen knows looking from Holden,
So, 4 laps remaining for the Living Dead. He has dominated this race so far. He's by far been the quickest driver. He's set one of the quickest times I have seen around this track on a custom race lobby. Do you feel he has deserved the win today?
Yeah, it's pretty much like from start to finish, 182 and pit stops. Mid-fault is driving him.
Absolutely. I I mean, guys, if you feel that Living Dead has done an absolute great race, and obviously if you feel that when we've been on board with him, you've seen some great driving by him, please do put it down. And if you've seen other driving that Connor has finally brought to you tonight, then obviously do put that down as well. We want to know what you've seen. We want to know your opinions about tonight's race, and obviously we want to know predictions for next week's GP2 race.
Meanwhile, in the background, the battle between the XRL did a 5 laps in one. Oh, see, that one is a fucking problem. I would imagine that he killed that position.
Now going around Dunlop hairpin, takes it very nicely. You've seen the wet conditions. You've seen a lot of people going out wide there. Very composed for this race. A bit like we've seen from Nico Rosberg over the last couple of races. Very composed, very relaxed. Except for Canada, where he was unfortunately passed by Daniel Ricciardo.
Who do you think is going to win the title then?
Who's going to win the title? Do you mean in real life, F1?
Yeah.
Ooh, tough call. I mean, I don't see any other team except for Mercedes getting constructors. I don't see I don't see any other driver except for one of the Mercedes drivers getting the title. I mean, I'd like to see Lewis Hamilton win the title again. Obviously a Brit. Obviously, coming from where I come from, I know the area where he's brought up, so he would be the one I want to win. But I feel Nico Rosberg, he's not DNF this season. He's got 29 points advantage. But I think if that point comes down over the next few races, you've got that double points at the end of the season. It's going to go to the wire, but I think Rosberg might just pick up on Hamilton.
Well, the next two trucks are sort of favour Hamilton, so he has to win the next race to have any chance.
Absolutely, but I mean, we thought that Austria was going to favour Hamilton, but he messed up. We thought Canada was going to favour Hamilton, he messed up. We thought Monaco was going to be Hamilton's track, but again, Rosberg just is there. Rosberg is the form in Hamilton at the minute. We've seen this with the two battling it out, but I have to say, the sportsmanship between them two have been very good over the last couple of races. Seems to out their differences.
Yeah. If Rosberg wins Great Britain, I think it's such a psychological blow to Hamilton.
Oh, and Living Dead actually goes wide and nearly spins the car. But I mean, we saw Nico Rosberg last season after Hamilton getting pole position and having that puncture. We did see Nico Rosberg winning it last season. So again, he could do the same. Coming up to the penultimate lap now for the Living Dead. Comes around the final corner on that 58 of 60. And comes across the flag. Got two more times of this with the checkered flag on the second time. Now on the penultimate lap, I'm staying on board yet again as he goes down towards turn 1. Takes it very cautiously. He's got plenty of time on him. He goes very wide though. He's going to lose a bit of time to second place, but he won't care about that. He's got about half a minute in reserve. Now goes around turn 2. Now into turn 3. Again, very cautious. He doesn't have to press the car anywhere he doesn't need to go. Goes through, coming up into 5 now. Goes through the first sector, 34.5, I reckon, around about that sort of time. As he goes into 6 now, going down the hill towards the Dunlop hairpin. Very cautiously down there, very good as well. Comes around Dunlop, takes it very cautiously, nice and early on the entry, nice and late on the exit, and gets perfect traction out of there. Uses a bit more of his curves, Still got about half a bar, just under half a bar. Go through the Schumacher S is coming up to the left-hander before we have the right going onto the back straight. There's a little bit wide on the exit there, but he gets the exit onto the right-hander very well. Now he's got that little kink on the straight, takes it with ease. Now coming up to this chicane as he comes up to complete the penultimate lap here in Germany. Comes up towards the final corner. He's got one more time of doing this lap before he wins the German Grand Prix. Comes across the line now to start his final lap.
But really close to that ball and that counts as well as well. I've seen it 3 times.
Interestingly, the battle for second is still hotting up. They're still battling it out. The gap is coming down between them two. Whilst coming up towards the final lap, these guys have still got a lap to battle it out. This is going to be interesting stuff. Thibaut's right on the gearbox of his teammate. Could he spoil the party at Lotus and get ahead of his teammate? There's a lap car in front of him, which on my screen is lagging.
Well, if it was lagging, he might have been on the pit that lap time.
Living Dead now goes through Dunlop hairpin. He goes up towards the Schumacher S's for the final time in these wet conditions. He takes these 2 corners for the very last time before coming onto the back straight. In Germany, takes it very nicely. Still got half his curves. He uses the rest of his curves. He's got to go around this kink before coming up to this chicane. Very cautious around the chicane. Comes up, he's got the final corner remaining. And the Living Dead wins the German Grand Prix here in GP2 for XRL. Wilson Panda and his teammate Astiro 1989 battling out. These two are not finished yet. Wilson Panda's got a little bit of curves remaining as he defends it down the straight. He's got the power, he's gaining a huge amount on his teammate.
Oh, shit,
but it's just not enough. He's forced his teammate to mistake, but both of them cut the chicane, but he can't pass him, otherwise it'll be an illegal overtake. So this does mean that the Awesome Panda picks up second place, a very scrappy second place towards the end, but very good battling between these two. And second place for Awesome Panda, a third for Estivo from GP3. Rusty Nuts now in P4 going up towards the chicane for the very last time.
Nice loud Xbox.
Which is a lap McLaren.
Do I have Living Dead right now?
And finally we do have Alonso, so let's get these guys in to hear what they've got to say about their race.
Xbox, why you be so slow? Oh god.
We do have Conrad. So at the minute we only have the race leader in here, so we will go with you. We do have a Steven now here joining us. So Living Dead, you qualified a 1:27.3 on the option tyres, a tremendous lap there, and you go from start to finish almost leading the entire race. I mean, that was a tremendous performance. How do you feel?
Yeah, it was alright actually. I mean, since I found the new setup, I'm a lot more consistent, like over a whole race distance rather than being quick over one lap. So that's helped me a lot. But yeah, nice. It was nice. It was hard to like keep the concentration, not with having anybody around me. Yeah, all in all, great race.
Okay, I do have a message from Steve saying his mic is broken. Steve, if you could send us how you felt your race, that'd be great. I mean, Living Dead, you showed how the race should be. You showed how the race should be won next. But yeah, it was absolutely tremendous racing. Well done. Awesome Panda, you did come second. You must have felt some great pressure from your teammate and Magic Milk towards the end of the race. I mean, you did get second, so congratulations. But how was your race?
It was hard, and I'm really surprised because I only did about an hour's practice before the race, so I'm really happy.
Well, that hour's practice got you that second place. I mean, looking forward to Hungary next week. Do you feel you've got any pace?
Probably not. But I go back where I belong, at the back of the grid.
You definitely tonight do not belong at the back of the grid. You went from 4th place in qualifying to 2nd on the grid. Tremendous run, well done. And obviously, saying about your teammate, he come from GP3 tonight. How would you say his debut in GP2 was?
Sorry, what was that?
How would you say your teammate's debut in GP2 was?
I think it was a brilliant debut if you got podium, and the fact that I held him up in the pits at the end as well. I must have lost about 8 seconds.
Well, obviously we do look forward to you two hopefully racing again together. Still got no message from Steve-O, hopefully he does get back to us. But obviously going back to the race leader, do you feel confident for Hungary next week?
Yeah, given as I said, given the new setup I've got, it's given me a lot more sort of like faith in the rear end of the car. So at a track like Hungary, I should be able to attack the sort of like slow to medium speed. But just have to see how it goes. I've got to say, like I think Panda's been a little bit downbeat about it. At the start of the race, he was actually managing to hold the gap, but I think it was 1 second. It's just as the track evolved and the cars got lighter and different tyres, it just sort of played into my hand really. Also, congratulations to Steve-O. If he's like GP3 and he's managing to beat like people who are in GP2, like they've shown pace for the majority of this season for him to come in the first race and then get a podium, especially with the sticky conditions as well, like showing a lot of promise.
I believe I do have a good message from Steve-O, and he says, the race was good, just unfortunately my teammate in front had the pit stop in front of him. Too late every time, but good race and great battle with Panda. Well, Steve-O, you do come from GP3. You will be racing tomorrow night in GP3, which will be streamed by Sharky, RM10 and Psychic Taco. However, this has been the end of the German Grand Prix here in XRL for GP2. We will see you next week at the same time for Hungary, round 10 of the 2014 XRL season. So it's goodbye from me and Connor.